What's going on, YouTube? JanMoses is here again with part 4 of Tell Me Why. In the last part, we left Veni Vidi Vici after talking to Tessa and getting a little more insight into Marianne's character and into Tessa's character. Maybe we were judging Marianne a little too critically. Again, like I mentioned in the last part, there really is no defending a mother who's trying to kill her son. But I think we're starting to get a better idea of the bigger picture here. Maybe what led Marianne down that slippery slope, starting in what looks to be October 2004 when she stopped paying back her debts to Tessa. And then, that was 5 months before Marianne tried to kill Tyler. So I'm hopeful that now in this part we'll be able to get a little more of the picture from Eddy, and we'll get to learn a little more about Marianne. So if you guys remember from the last part, this is Justin Beaver. I am the law. Cool. Okay, let's not go that way yet. Can we look at this? You gotta go, you're playing Wes's favorite game.
100% college tuition paid? Damn. Maybe I should have joined the National Guard.
Beats having your credit card stolen by an online college.
Too soon, Tyler. Too soon. Well, should I decide the wild world of accounting isn't for me?
Can't really picture you in the uniform.
Really?
Yeah, me neither.
I think I could pull it off.
Ooh, another petition for
Too
salmon.
little, too late.
Salmons. Oh my god, salmon.
That's still not cleaned up? Assholes. I wonder if the black oyster catchers were still nesting during the spill. God, I hope not.
How would you even pronounce that? Ayodity? Ayodity? Ayodity. Okay, anyways. Interesting name. Anything else? Ooh, what's this? Let us take you for a ride. Want to see, please? Okay. Yo, don't call that number. There's no area code. Don't call that number. I am the law.
Of course. It's locked.
God damn it. Can we go pee? We haven't peed in like 5 hours in this game. I'm a little worried.
Home sweet home.
You spent a lot of time here growing up?
Yeah, whenever Eddy was working. The whole precinct's basically family.
Can we see anything of note here? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious that we have to go to the computer. Like there's literally a lamp shining on the computer. But before we get there, let's take a look around a little bit more. Tyler's looking at something. Oh, he's warming himself up.
Remember Mr. Haynes?
Vaguely. He had that workshop in his garage, right? Made those huge glass sculptures?
Yeah. He's been missing for a couple months.
Damn. Always liked his art.
They never did find him.
This happened when we were kids, right?
Yeah. Marianne freaked out and wouldn't drive after dark for a few weeks.
You have to go to the lamp, not the computer. Sorry for the fire truck you're about to hear in the background. The computer is the distraction. Absolutely. Yeah, this vending machine looks very weird. Where's the memory? Oh, let's examine this first. Take a look. Yo, that guy looks creepy. Holy shit.
What? Claire Brown went missing on a snowmobile trip?
Yeah. I thought you were still here when it happened.
I don't remember it.
You remember Dan and Shelby?
I think so. The high schoolers who were always pissing Tessa off because they would blast fish and make out in the Vecchi's parking lot.
Yep. Dan's a cop now. They're married and have a kid, a dog, the whole shebang.
Damn. When did everybody decide to become an adult?
Oh my god, that's the cutest.
It's cute, but don't tell me you've got baby fever.
Ew, no. Why do men always jump to that?
Okay. What about here?
That's Denise Wilson's desk. Remember her?
Crazy D? The woman who set fire to her ex's trailer?
Allegedly set fire. She was acquitted. And that's Officer Wilson to you.
Deuces is going off in the chat right now. Also, Crazy D is Deuces' nickname, if you didn't know.
Oh no, it was her birthday. I completely forgot.
You're a terrible person.
It's your fault. I was so excited to see you that it completely slipped my mind.
Yo, you should take that chocolate.
Remember this fella?
No way. Is that Jet?
Yep. He died last year putting himself between D and a bear.
Aw,
Damn.
that sucks.
Poor D.
It's an awful way to go.
She's obsessed with sled dog races now.
Is that even a thing?
Oh, shit, sorry. I think a bit of an... we'll say she's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. She goes to the Iditarod every year, and she's got a fantasy league called Musher's Little Helpers. It's really cool.
Man, I forgot what kind of kooky shit people are into out here.
Hey now, I'm in the league.
What are we gonna write?
The mailbox bandit, huh?
Subscribe to Broth Cindy. Wish her a happy birthday.
Maybe she won't notice that I added it afterward.
We broke into the precinct. Happy birthday. Oh, that's nice. Cool. Okay. That was nice. Where? Where is this happening? Here?
Come on, man. We can't make these poor kids sleep here.
Well, where do you suggest they go? Social services will be here in a few hours, and this is the only room with a bed.
Anywhere but a cell. We'll find some other place.
Here we go again.
God, not here too. I'm not ready.
Me neither.
Oh boy. I didn't expect there were gonna be dark memories here too. Yeah, we can dig through her desk.
Huh. Looks like she forgot her locker key here.
Take the key! God damn it!
She's gonna give me so much crap for forgetting her birthday.
Have a kick-ass day, Dee Dee. Hope you enjoy those spicy chocolates. Yo, everyone in this town likes spicy chocolates. Enjoy your last year of youth before joining the bitter 30-year-old lady. Okay, first of all, I turned 30 in like 6 months. I wish I never flipped this card over. Now I'm depressed. Close this. I'm so mad. I want to rewrite on that note, on that little sticky note, that you're forever young. What is that?
Whew. That is going to smell lovely tomorrow.
It's
Ew,
from
open
Tessa's
it up.
restaurant, right?
Uh-huh. Everyone eats there all the time. It's as exciting as food gets in Delos Crossing.
Damn, so they own a restaurant too? And there's Vecchi stuff everywhere. Yeah, I don't like this. There's definitely more to the Tom and Tessa Vecchi situation. There's a lot to look at, man. Oh my god.
Man, They are never gonna catch this guy.
What exactly did he do?
Your mom's. Sorry. Stealing from mailboxes.
This guy keeps stealing out of people's mailboxes. Asshole snagged a box of fancy washi tape I ordered online.
See, I was picturing an actual mailbox bandit. You know, like hopping around on a post with a little mask on the door.
Huh?
You know, the mailbox is the bandit. Sorry, it was a bad joke.
Yeah, the only bandit I know is Juice WRLD. That was for you, Deuces. Yeah, that was the mailbox bandit that we saw on the flyer outside of Veni Vidi Vici. I don't want to read all this. Okay, so this is all about the mailbox bandit. Okay. Damn, they have a whole operation set out to find this mailbox bandit. Damn. I'm guessing this is going to be locked too. Right? Yep.
Eddie must have locked it already.
Try this one.
What do you know? Still locked.
Can we go in through here? Please? Oh, really? Can we use Tessa's key?
Still locked.
Oh, sorry, not Tessa. Can we use D's key? Crazy D?
Huh. Looks like she forgot her locker
That's
key
just
here.
her locker key. Oh. Or we may have to talk to Eddie first. Maybe Eddie will give us the key. Just take out a gun and point it at Eddie. Give me the key, jackass. Give me the key. Alright, anything else? We already engaged with that. We came from there. Can't open that. Look through there. Uh-huh. Can we go in through here? I doubt it, but why not? Oh! Oh, what?
Something's in the way.
Can we go in through here? No, we can just... Okay. I think we have to go upstairs now. Okay. I think we did a pretty good job. I mean, we did that a little bit slowly,
Tyler,
but it's okay.
you coming?
Hello? Reed.
I'm guessing this is where they stash all the guns and stuff.
Well, it's not exactly Fort Meade, but yeah.
What do they want us to read?
You
when I
think we
kill
could
this
find some files about Mary Ann in the archives?
dude? Ooh.
I don't know, but it's off limits anyway.
Maybe Eddie would show us her file?
I doubt it. I feel like Eddie would be pretty protective. Oh, I want to... Are you kidding me? I'm so mad. That's all I had to read was the sign that's so clearly written out. Fuck. What are you doing there, bro? Why you step back like that? Damn, those badges look very clear in HD quality. Eddie? What am I reading now? What am I reading now? Is it gonna say Chief Edward Brown? Okay, before we knock on that door. Anything else here? No. Okay, they want us to just go in there. I really want to just see what they wanted me to read. Come on. I can't look at this? Fuck it, let's just get inside.
Allison, hey. Just finishing up a call. Trying to convince Melinda the Ravens and her garbage aren't police business. Give me a few minutes.
Sure.
Make yourselves a cup of coffee. Here's the key to the break room.
Thanks.
Come back upstairs when you're done, okay?
I don't like the way Eddie looked at Tyler.
Coffee sound good? The machine is in the break room downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, those are the keys. Where? Here.
You know, I really thought I'd locked those memories in some deep, deep part of my brain.
Same here.
I mean, we have to go in there. I just want to make sure that we can use the keys to also get in here. Hey!
Whew, Rose never lets me back here.
Okay. Let's talk to him first.
Allison, how about that coffee we were talking about?
Yeah, still, never mind.
Something's in the way.
So this was the break room. All right, let's go look at the lamp because Deuces told me to look at the lamp. Where? Hello? Is it inside? I'm guessing it has to be, right? Oh, by the door.
Where are we going?
We're just gonna sit down in here, and I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I just usually try my best not to remember that night when I'm here.
I would too.
Huh. Rose left the computer on.
Password. What? Please note that the reception desk computer now can be accessed using any officer's ID and password. We gotta get her password. What's your password, dude? Can I see that somewhere? Because I don't have that number memorized. Maybe Tyler?
Hey, that coffee is sounding real good. Where's the break room?
What's the password? Can I just hit... Oh, we can go through all these. Okay. So let's take a look again at their desks. We're not gonna look at that. Did D have it anywhere? Let's take a look. I feel like it's gonna be D. It's not gonna be Dan. Right? Oh my god, Tyler, dude. Get out of the way, dude.
I should take her out for a birthday drink.
Those are all the winners.
Oof, I should have gotten her something.
You're a terrible person.
It's your fault. I was so excited to see you that it completely slipped my mind.
That's our note. It wasn't in here, right?
Huh. Looks like she forgot her locker key
I
here.
wish we could like get into her locker. Maybe that would give us a little hint. Can't say I can we get into, wait a minute. Oh no, that's not a book. Oh, what is this?
Oh, Greg's. Just leaving this out on display again.
Greg's. Like Officer Greg's? The one who was with us that night.
Yeah, he's still here. He became a bit of a local celebrity after nabbing a murderer from Juneau. The guy was hiding out on a fishing boat and got really, really sick after eating out of the chum bucket. So it was actually a pretty easy takedown.
Oh my god. Sorry. I feel like it's D.
I should take her out for a birthday drink. Remember this fella?
No way. Is that Jet?
Yep.
Oh, Jet.
He died last year putting himself between D and a bear.
Oh, damn. Poor D.
She's obsessed with sled
Has
dog
to be
races
five,
Is that even a thing?
a 5-letter or number thing, right?
Now. Yeah, I always thought she was a bit of an oddball, but in a good way. She's passionate.
Passionate. Yeah.
God damn, it has to be D. There's no way it's not D. Okay. No. All right, let's see if we can find the locker room. Because there has to be a use for that key. Locker room, locker room. Can't get into the holding cell. May have to add on a few minutes to this this recording. I really want to get this right. Maybe the locker room's back here? There's a memory still somewhere too. Where the fuck is the memory? It's not in here. Maybe it's by the... Maybe we can use the key to go into those rooms over here.
Hey, that coffee is sounding real good. Where's the break room?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay, let's go in.
Nice. Hey, the locker room. Oh, but where's the memory? I don't want to fuck this up.
Ugh, they've let this place get gross.
Dude. I want to engage with this memory.
Yep, but... Yep, I think so.
I am very bad at this game right now.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous. Ooh, that's gotta be a new record.
Days without a bear sighting? Okay. Man, I'm struggling so hard. We can move this now. That's nice. This will let us freely get back and forth.
This is heavier than I expected.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to find this thing. I mean, the thing is, these, those, little, like sparkly things that indicate that you have a memory round. It's
These
like everywhere
are definitely
here.
the same cookies that were here last week, but
Let me just
knock
make sure
yourself
it's
out.
not on the second floor, right?
So hungry.
I'm afraid if I go to the second floor, it's gonna actually trigger a cutscene. I'm sorry, Tyler. Just give me a second, pal. Is it in here?
Allison, how about
Okay,
that coffee we were
okay,
talking
dude.
about?
All right.
Yep, it's locked.
I wonder if that's Dee's. If that is Dee's locker. All right, let's just go upstairs real quick. I'm just curious. No, not up here. Okay, good. So it is downstairs. I just don't know where downstairs. Holy shit, I hate how stubborn I am in these video games. Because, let's look at everything.
I'm
Fuck it.
not that hungry. Check out this masterpiece.
You made it?
Uh-huh. I glued it to the pot one day when I was bored, and nobody has bothered to peel it off.
Is there nothing for me to... I could have sworn... Alright, whatever, man. Whatever. I could have sworn that I saw the sparkly thing, but I guess that's maybe just me holding on to the two triggers. Can we now take her key? Open it up. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yes, I can
She
take
won't
it.
notice if we borrow this, right?
Yes.
As long as we put it back right where we found
Yes.
it, we're good.
D. Queen. Good job. You know what? I'm willing to bet that's my fault. I think I tried to run with the right trigger, even though that never works. And then that made me think that there was a fucking memory to remember, and I spent 5 minutes. I really apologize. I'm going to make up for that. I'm going to add 5 minutes to how long I want to record this for. All right, open this up. There's got to be
You
a
really
hint to her
shouldn't be in
password.
here.
Yes, but
In here.
you never know where we might find information about that night.
I guess so. Balto came through.
All right, Balto is a 5-letter word. Maybe it's Balto.
So Wilson leaves her locker key in her desk and her password reminder in her locker? That's so irresponsible. An intruder could easily access all kinds of police files with this.
Yeah, like 2 goblin intruders.
Winner on my 20th birthday. So that's her password. So she's turning 30, right? So let's see. Let's see if we can do this the right way. Turning 30. If we look at her desk.
I should take her out for a birthday drink.
So if she's turning 30 and it's 2005, that would mean... Oh no, wait, she's 29. Would it be Salem? Let's try Salem. Mainly because the other winner was what, Fox in 2005, and that one is a 3-letter word. Is this Salem? Did we get it right? So use. Is it D. Wilson? S-A-L-E-M.
Bingo.
Hey!
Anything
Damn.
juicy?
Big brain.
Just Denise's work emails.
Girl, you preaching to the choir. Looking forward to Friday. Send you my slides as soon as I get home. So glad to hear this. Tales from Detox Tank. Hashtag scared straight. Yo, D. What's going on, D? You're turning 30. You can't be sending out hashtags like that in your email. If I'm sending out hashtags like that in emails or text messages to anyone when I hit 30, feel free to block my contact. Are there any slides or read material? Your Order of Just Between Us Season 2. Mrs. Reynolds brought a set of keys that she found lying on the ground outside of Vecchi's this morning. If anyone comes in looking for them, they're in the lost and found cupboard. I would have filed this properly, but that new administrative software bullshit was down all day. Seriously, whose idea was it? Let's change it. Okay. Just heads up, you're...
Sam.
What about him?
Haiti
He got
just...
arrested for public intoxication last week, and that was not his first offense. He's on a bit of a downward spiral.
Just a heads up, since you are picking up the relief shift tomorrow morning, Sam Kansky spent the night in the drunk tank again. Maria picked him up outside Bernie's last night, drunk out of his mind, terrorizing customers. Dozed off pretty quickly once he got to the station, so he should be better by the time you get there. He might have a huge hangover though, so I'd bring him a big ass coffee and donuts if I were you. Have fun. All right, so what's this again? Reynolds brought a set of keys that she found lying on the ground outside of Vecchi's, 3 small keys and a bottle opener keychain. If anyone comes in looking for them, they're in the lost and found cupboard. Lost and found cupboard. Hacking 101, that's us. All right, got to find that lost and found cupboard, and then we'll get the coffee. Question is, where is the lost and found cupboard? Hello? Does it exist? We already unlocked it. Let's put the key back. I think we're gonna get in trouble if we don't put the key back. I mean, I think that locker kind of served its purpose, right? Here's your key. Officer D, you're a saint. Don't fingerprint that, please. Lost and found cupboard, lost and found cupboard. Where are you? Nope. Ooh,
I'm
can we
not
go
going
here?
in.
Why?
I'm not going in.
What if it's in there? What? You want that coffee, bro?
Allison, how
Okay,
about
yeah,
that
yeah,
coffee
yeah,
we were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that cupboard, though. Let's make the coffee.
How is it still warm? You sure you want coffee this late in the day? You'll be up all night.
I don't think I'll sleep much anyways. Too much on my mind.
Those dusty couches won't make it any easier. Hey, you okay?
Wait, what? We're looking in here now?
I can't do this. Calm down, Allison. Stick to the plan. Come on, don't freak out on me now. I can't. Please, I can't lie. We already lied. It's all gonna be fine, okay?
You okay?
Honestly, no. Do you ever regret?
No. No way. Well, maybe once or twice early on, but now, no way. I mean, look where we're at. Look where I'm at.
Uncle Eddie's probably done by now. We should go find him.
Do you mind if I go inside that room for a second?
You sure? It's the first time I've been in here since that night. Eddie was so uncomfortable, he dropped a vase. What are you looking at?
This poster. I kept staring at it that night. I was picturing myself in the forest, hunting for goblin treasure. Just wanted to be anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Let's, do this.
Here. Have a seat.
All right.
Damn it. Sorry.
Huh, they kept this?
What?
It's that vase. They glued it back together.
I'm pretty sure Chief Brown is done with his phone call by now.
So I guess we're done here. Maybe we don't have to get to the cupboard right now. I really wanted to go take those keys, but maybe we don't have to do that. That's the restroom. We'll do one last really quick. Oh wait, right here.
Why did you separate us? Is Ollie okay?
Ollie's just fine, honey. They're all in the other room having cocoa. Everything's gonna be okay. I need to ask you a few questions now. Come with me.
You're awfully quiet.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to deal, but it's a lot.
Oh, that's Tyler. Problem is, you can see that little circle icon by Tyler, and because it lines up with everything, even if he's in a different room, as he's walking across, it makes you think that you can interact with more stuff when you actually can't. If that makes any sense at all. Alright, let's go talk to Eddy, and I think after we talk to Eddy, we'll probably end part 4. But I feel like we kind of have to talk to Eddy. I can't spend this entire episode just... Oh,
Hey,
there he is.
sorry that took so long. Sometimes these old folks want us to come out just because they're lonely.
No worries, Uncle. Hey, you remember this guy?
Yeah, of course. How can I forget? Tyler Ronan, back in Delos Crossing.
It's, good to be back.
And just look at you. A man grown.
Yep, guess I ate my Wheaties.
The whole clan's so proud of you. How you work with those kids at Fireweed. I would say children are the future.
I thought that was Whitney Houston.
Come on, bro. She stole her entire act from me. Everybody knows that. Look at you two. Reunited and it feels so good, huh?
Yeah, not sure how I got by without this dork. Look, Eddie, we aren't here just to say hi. We found something in Marianne's room. Things aren't really adding up anymore, and we've got questions.
Oh, yeah?
Marianne worried about something. What were her last days like?
Did she mention anything about us that might have been worrying her? About Tyler in particular?
No. She dealt with those kind of worries all on her own. Kept the
Not
rest
true.
of us at arm's length.
I see.
I will tell you one thing, though. Your mom. Never knew her to hate anyone for being unconventional. Usually, it's the other way around.
Did anyone mention anything about her behavior in the days leading up to that day? Anything at all?
No. Everyone I talked to said it took them by surprise.
Did you see her at all? Like, in those last few days?
No. I hadn't seen her for weeks. Maybe a month before.
Thanks, Uncle Eddie.
If you want my advice, nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but there is.
Can we take a look at her file? Maybe we'd see something you didn't.
Her file?
Her case file, or police file, whatever you call it. You keep those pretty much forever, right?
We do, but I can't just pull it out right here, right now. There are procedures.
But you're the chief.
Which makes it even more important that I follow procedures.
Look, Chief Brown, are you gonna help us, or are you gonna be a cop about
Tyler!
this?
No, it's fine. Tyler, I know you resent me, but fireweed was the best deal I could get you.
I'm not mad about fireweed, but I may be a little salty you kept my sister away for 7 fucking years.
That's what this is about? Look, that was the court's recommendation. They're the experts. I just went along.
Yeah, sure you did.
Trust me, son. We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense, but we couldn't be sure.
I can't believe this.
Look, we couldn't be sure, okay? I was trying to protect you both.
So you still not sure?
What?
You still think keeping us apart was the right call?
She was traumatized.
We needed each other to heal, and you took that away from us.
So why didn't you let your sister visit when you turned 18
Uncle,
then, huh?
please. Let's move on.
She's never gonna tell you how much that hurt her, but it did.
That was about me. It wasn't about her. Allison gets that, and 3 years is nothing compared to 7. Right, Allie?
Oof. Oof. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily a huge decision, but it feels like I have to go with being kept apart was wrong. This is basically, do I side with Eddie or do I side with Tyler? And I feel like, oh, man. I'm trying to put myself in Allison's shoes. And I feel like Allison... You know, I feel like Allison maybe would want to go with Eddie did his best for me, but I just feel like in this current situation, we may have to side with Tyler. Fuck. This is really tough. I agree. I think being kept apart was wrong. I'm going to go with X. Yes, a big decision.
Look,
Fuck.
Uncle, separating us like that did not help me heal. If anything, it was the opposite. Even if he had been dangerous, I'd have taken the risk. Being apart was that miserable.
I didn't know you felt that way, little moose.
Little
It was hard to
moose.
talk to you about it. I didn't want to seem ungrateful. Look, we've all fucked up. And we've all hurt each other. But isn't that what family's for? Can't we just move on?
Sounds like the right call. Times like this, I wonder who raised who.
We're gonna stay the night at the old house. We better get going.
You want to grab a bite first? It's on me. Don't want to send you out there with empty stomachs.
I would not turn that down. Okay, let's go.
He's gonna go look for the file. Oh, and maybe not. Okay. Wait, what? Was that somebody? Who was that? Is that Officer D?
Stop!
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. What? Oh, the Mad Hunter. That's from the Goblin days.
Please, Mom. I'm sorry I cut my hair. I won't do it again. I'm going to kill you! No. Please. Please. Mom, no. Mom, please. No, don't do this.
Wait, what? What?
This isn't... What?
Holy shit!
Allison? I killed her. I killed her. Allison, we need to call for help. I killed her. No, you didn't. I killed her. And when they come, that's what we're gonna tell them. No, no. Yes, we look out for each other. That's what goblins do. And brothers and sisters. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Chapter 1 in the books. I had no idea that that's how it actually went down. I mean, they didn't allude to it at all. It was always, you know, assumed that it was Tyler who killed Marianne because that's what we were told. And now it makes sense when, you know, we have that memory in the police precinct or whatever, where you have young Tyler and Allison in the interrogation room, and Tyler's telling Allison, you know, we already lied once, so we have to just keep up with the story. It's not clear what that lie is, and the lie is that it wasn't Tyler who killed Marianne, it was Allison who killed their mother. Now, we didn't see where she was stabbed. I didn't think that a stab to the back with what looked like were scissors is fatal, but I guess she could have just fallen to the water and drowned. Anyways, I'm not here to dissect the murder, but that was a really, really crazy plot twist to end chapter 1 of Tell Me Why. If it's a stab in the kidney, yeah, that is true. What's good, Jordan? Good to see you, bro. Hey, Okami, what's up? Sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. I was like really laser focused in on these last couple of cutscenes. Yes, tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. That's right. Wow, that was really really good. I like that, mainly because that was a swerve that I did not see coming. And I hope you guys enjoy too. I think this is gonna be the end of part 4. I was hoping that I could wrap up chapter 1 today, and we accomplished that. So I'm going to end this part here, and I'm not sure when the next time that I record Tell Me Why will be. But over this next week, you'll see both of these parts uploaded to YouTube, along with some more NBA 2K22 My Team content. And then once again, I'm recording this on Sunday, July the 17th. A week from today, Shiz will be back, and him and I will get back to playing more AI Somnium, the Nirvana files, and getting those videos up on YouTube. But for now, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, this is JanMoses signing out. Peace. What's going on, guys? JanMoses back. This is going to be like part 4.5. I forgot that at the end of the credits for each one of these Don't Nod games, whenever you're making these choices, you know, they like to show you how you did compared to the community, as in the people that played this game outside of yourself. And I really wanted to show this because I think it's kind of nice to show, you know, those choices that you make that really do split the community up. So the first one from early on in chapter 1, where Allison offers to give you the ring. I reluctantly accepted the ring, and it looks like 3/4 of the community accepted the ring, which is pretty cool. It makes me feel better about my choice. We solved the door puzzle. I guess that was the one with the three things on Marianne's door. I guess we got that one. This one's pretty interesting. I like this because, again, if you don't remember, this memory was the one where we had to choose between Tyler's portrayal of Marianne when she was arguing with Tessa and Allison's memory of that same situation. And I chose Allison's because I felt like her memory would be more grounded in truth, whereas Tyler's would be more grounded in anger towards his mother and would be more emotional. And I thought maybe it would lead to it being a more incorrect memory. But what I like about the 52-48 split here is it really does show that this was a really difficult decision, because I think both are valid decisions. I don't think either one would have really led you astray, but it really just shows that you have to go with your gut with this decision and pick the one that really makes the most sense to you, which is what I did. This one I really like that you side, well, that 70% of the community sided with Tyler over Eddy. Again, I really felt like even if Allison might have sided with Eddy because she looks at Eddy in a different light than Tyler does, I felt like in that current moment in time, Tyler was pretty unhinged. He really wanted to get a look into his mother's, you know, files, and Eddy didn't let us. And so, you know, that's why I sided with Tyler. It was one of those like lose the battle, win the war kind of things, where at least even if we don't do what Allison might have wanted to do, we were able to keep Tyler kind of cool, calm, and collected, and leave to go get dinner with Eddy. I don't really remember. I remember Sam being pretty drunk in Marianne's house. I just remember we didn't call out Sam from what I remember because he was in an inebriated state, and I felt like just trying to avoid conflict with a really drunk lumberjack is the best way to go. Again, 55-45, pretty close split. Now, this is pretty cool because I felt like it was pretty straightforward getting evidence, piecing everything together, and then going to Tessa and presenting that evidence to, you know, get the information out of her. Like, if you collected the evidence and paid attention to what was said, it was pretty easy to get the truth. And the fact that a little over 50% of the people who played this game, or at least who played Chapter 1, didn't get the truth out of Tessa is pretty crazy to me. So I'm pretty happy to have fallen, I mean, I guess in the majority in terms of 47%, but if you look at this as 47% of the people learned the truth and 53% did not, we're in the minority here, and I feel good about that. That's pretty cool. And then again, we sided with Tyler over Eddy, and I'm very happy with that choice. Let's continue here and see if it's going to throw us right into chapter 2. And it is.
So what now?
I guess we'll watch this
Well,
cutscene.
he's obviously not going to give us the truth. So I say we go get it ourselves.
Wait, you're not seriously thinking of breaking and entering a police archive?
Go big or go home.
Is that a teaser for chapter 2? Nice. So there you go. You get the end of chapter 1 percentages based off of the choices that we made, and you even got a little teaser for what chapter 2 is going to bring us. I mean, it was very clear after the end of chapter 1 that we were going to go back into the office and try and dig up the case report, the old files, and then we saw the I forgot the name of that black hooded creature from, you know, the goblin stories of Tyler and Allison, but we saw that creature there as well. I thought it was Officer D. Clearly I was wrong. But yeah, so we're gonna call this part 4.5 because I'm not gonna be able to add this onto part 4, and that's fine. I'll just, whenever I upload part 4, this video will come along with it, so you'll have both uploaded back to back. So yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed. I will see you in part 5, where we will be kicking off chapter 2. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.